Hey, how's it going? I'm hoping we've had some problems with links. I'm hoping this is right. Okay, good. Looks like it's right. I'm going to be on this for a minute. My video for a minute.
My audio is not turned on. That's probably why I couldn't hear you. Mollii, happy birthday.
Everyone's comes in on mute, so you need to unmute yourself. But I don't. Lavinia might not have be connected to audio because hers doesn't say it's muted. Molly's muted.
Can't see you guys at all. I don't know why.
Push the gallery view.
Okay.
I tried to make a fancy happy birthday background for you, but I couldn't make it work.
Oh, with the dot. Yeah.
Molly, do you know Tila Evans or Taylor?
Yeah, I do know. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, the jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Cool. Check in.
Don't mind the face. I have been face painting and doing costume party all day.
Yay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. And Michelle. Hi, everybody. Oh, Lavinia. Hi. Woo. Michelle just called in with all her students, and they sang me a happy birthday song. That was really awesome.
Oh my God.
I know, that was really sweet. That just happened right.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Okay. We'll start in 1 minute. Just waiting. We'll wait for some people to come in.
Candace was going to try to come.
Oh, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look. So, the door is closed. The kids can't come in and look. They just made something and slipped. Isn't that sweet? So originally, Judy was supposed to join us, but she had to work. So it'll be myself and Karin, and so I'll do half Ginastica and Brazilian Jiu-jitsu, and then the other half will be kickboxing. Right?
Okay. Man, I was hoping to see Judy. I haven't seen her in a long time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was with us last Thursday.
Okay, well, I'll be coming now. I think and then Sundays, is it Sundays at 10?
Well, typically when it's a physical class, it's at 10, but on Zoom, we've shifted to 11.
Okay.
11 to 12:30, so it's an hour and a half. Yeah. Okay, so I am gonna pin myself, make this big, and should I start, Karin?
Yeah, start. I came up from a meeting, so I'm just trying to get ready.
Oh, okay. All right. So, hi everybody. Thank you for joining me. Today's my birthday, so we're gonna have some fun. and sweat a little. All right, but before we do that, let's warm up our joints a little bit, right? I definitely need some work on that. So with that said, I want you guys to be on your toes and imagine that you're wearing like a 5-inch heel. And from here, go ahead and just walk around the room. Just walk around, right? Good posture. You don't want to tilt over. So stand up tall. If you need to, have your arms on the side and just walk around 5-inch heels, right? You can walk around, you can go backwards, you can go forward, you can go side to side, right? Okay, now come down, and now we're gonna shift our weight opposite direction. Now our toes will come up off the ground, and we're gonna walk on our heels. And the same, you can go forward, you can go backwards, right? And you don't wanna lean over too much, you wanna stand upright, have good posture, side to side, go around the room. Okay, now we're gonna come up to the side, the outside of our heel here, right? So I'm gonna lift the inside of my heel, my foot up, so I'm on my side. So my knees are kind of tilting out a little bit on both sides. And so from here, you know, walk with good posture, right? All of these stretches and techniques, you really want to keep coming back to your core and have tight core. Okay, so breathe, 2, walk around, and really like press the side of the outside of your foot out towards the ground when you're moving around. Good, and now we're gonna do the opposite now. I'm gonna be on the inside of my sole, so that means my knees are kind of coming in, collapsing together here. You're gonna look kind of funny, but it's cool. It's probably just you at your house. So walk around. And go side to side. Right. Really press that sole down onto the ground, go forward. Okay, so come back to center here. Now you want to line your legs and your hips kind of the same width as your shoulder. And from here, let's shift our weight to our left leg, right? And I'm gonna bend my knee. And I'm gonna bring my right foot up and my right hand to the side. And I'm gonna rotate. So I wanna imagine that my hand and my foot is a paintbrush, and I'm painting the biggest circle I can with it. Okay. So one direction. Let's switch and go to the other direction. Good, let's shift our weight now to our right. Lift our left foot, and rotate. Again, bringing your attention to your wrist and your ankle, and you're imagining that they're a paintbrush, or you're painting a big, big circle around. Switch. Place that leg down. And from here, I like to kind of widen my stance a little bit. I'm gonna put my palms, right? Palms of my hand above my knees here, and I am gonna squat down and up. Squat down and up. Each time, go a little bit lower. One more. Boom. And then I'm going to widen my stance a little bit. I'm going to squat all the way down. So sometimes I find that it's a little bit easier if I kind of have my toes kind of flare out a little bit, right? And sometimes also for some might need like the squat position to be a little wider, right? So do whatever makes you feel comfortable here. So you're gonna squat, and first, let's put our palms right in front of, on the ground, right in front of us. And from here, let's just shift our weight one side to the other side. So my hands isn't in the way, but as I shift, right, the bent knee, my heels tend to come. It's fine if your heels come off the ground. So shift side to side to side to side. A couple more times. Boom. And then from here, I'm gonna bring my left palm close to my left toe here, close to my leg here. And my eyes will follow my right thumb, and I'm gonna bring my right arm, extended arm up. I'm gonna reach back as far as I can. My eyes will, at this point, will look past my thumb. And I'm gonna look back as far as I can. Open the chest up. And I'm gonna switch to the other side. So now the second round, you want to engage your legs too. So your knees are pushing in and your arm is pushing out while you're doing this. So let's start with placing our left hand on the ground. So your left knee is wanting to come in, and your arm will counteract that as you reach back. Come back, same on the other side. One more time. Last time. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna bring my hands up. I like to bring my elbows out to the side here, right? To not cram myself. And from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my right knee, and I'm gonna try to touch my right knee to my left toe, and look at my heel, it's gonna come up. So if you really squat down and you're sitting low, you're kind of cramming yourself. So when I do this, I kind of lift my butt up in the air a little bit. So I'm on a low squat, and then I dip my knee, and look, I pivot on my toe. So I'm gonna come back and switch to the other side. Come back, switch. Couple more times, boom, and then come back. And now I'm gonna dip my knee outside, so I'm gonna bring it out as much as possible. So again, when I do that, I'm gonna lift my hips off the up a little bit. I'm gonna elevate my hips, and I'm gonna dip, boom. So my heels are coming up at so here, and then I'm gonna come up, and I'm gonna couple more times, boom, boom. And let's place our hands on the ground. Go ahead and straighten your legs here, boom, right? And go ahead and just bend one knee, and then bend the other knee, and really hang your upper body here. Okay, go ahead and engage your abs and roll yourself up. Okay, and now I'm gonna bring my attention to my hips. So I'm gonna rotate, so I wanna imagine that I'm drawing a big circle, biggest circle you can with your hips. So make sure that it's not your upper body doing the work, it's your hips that's moving. Good, we're gonna switch to the other side. Good, let's come to our shoulders. Good, switch direction. Good. Our elbows, one kneel, elbows. Switch direction. Okay, clasp our fingers together, right? And then rotate your wrists. And then switch direction. Good. Now we're going to bring attention to our neck. Let's brush with our head. Brush a big circle. Okay, switch direction. All right. So from here, let's take a big wide stance here. Okay. And you're going to hinge at the hips and using your chest to lead the way, your arms out to the side. Control, come in, and your hand's going to touch the mat here. And from here, let's walk our hands out all the way until we come to our belly here. And now let's bring our legs together from here. And I'm going to kickstand my toes. So, kickstand my toes, push off the ground and sit back. So my arms are walking forward, my hips are walking back. And then I'm gonna, from here, I'm gonna glide my forehead, my nose, my chin, and my chest up. I leave my hips on the ground and I look up and back. Let's turn our head to the right, turn our head to the left. I'm gonna kickstand my toes and I'm gonna come into a downward dog. So those of you guys that don't know here, I wanna think about my fingers all spread out as wide as I can. I'm gonna press my thumbs down and my pinkies down to the ground, as well as my palms. My arms are straight. I'm gonna open my armpits up, my head relaxed. I'm gonna elongate my spine. My hips are up and back. And as much as possible, you wanna press your heels down to the mat here. And from here, I'm gonna come into a plank position, and I'm gonna do it slowly, but I'm gonna open my right hand, and I'm gonna swing my arms outward and place it right there, right? And from here, I'm gonna put my hand back, and I'm gonna open my legs and swing back. Okay, so we're gonna do that 5 per side. Let's do that together. So in a plank. So inhale, right? You're gonna come up, open your chest, put your hands down, bring your leg back, the other side. Back. When you're done, come to your knees, stretch your arms. Okay, come right back into a plank. Let's get into the lunge position again. So come back and you stay here, right? You stay here. And from here, let's, I'm gonna extend my leading leg up, and I'm gonna come into a stance here, right? And from here, I'm gonna bring, let's just, from here, just do a tri stance here. We're gonna square up our hips, stretch here, pressing the back heel back, and I'm gonna come back down, right? And my hands will be in between my front leg here. And from here, again, what I'm gonna do is, look, I am gonna, I'm gonna bend the back leg here. I'm gonna bend the knee, and I'm gonna hover my knee above the ground. So the back leg is doing that. And my front leg, I'm gonna extend my front leg. So I don't know, let me see, can you see that? So I'm gonna bend my back knee, and it's hovering really low. And I'm gonna extend the front leg here, right? And then from here, I'm gonna lift my foot up off the ground. My toes are flexed, right, towards me. And from here, I'm gonna lean my foot to my right, and then my hips. And I'm gonna sit back. So go as far as you can here. And then come back. And now my toe is gonna go to the left, and my hips go to the right. Good. Put that foot down. Boom. My hand's gonna come inside, and I go back to my plank. And let's do the other side. Boom. So from here, I'm gonna come up, right? Extend my legs. I'm gonna square my hips up. Press the back heel back. Get a stretch here. My hand's gonna go down, right? One side or one foot, one on the other. I'm gonna bend my knee here. And then my back leg, right? My back leg will bend at the knee here, right? I'm gonna bend at the knee, boom. And then I'm gonna straighten the front leg. Once I have the front leg straightened, I'm gonna lift my foot where only my heel is on the ground here. And I'm gonna tilt my toes to my left, and my hips go to the right. I'm really tight on this side, so it really sucks right now. I'm gonna come back, so my toes to the right, my hips to the left. All the while, your back leg, knees bent and pointing down to the ground. We'll come back to center, put your foot down, bring your hands to the other side, and swing back. Let's sit back. I'm gonna walk my hands out to my belly, and from here, I'm gonna have my feet close together, right? And I like to point my toes out like that, right? So from here, I'm gonna I'm gonna lift my right side up, and I'm gonna swing my legs all the way around to one side, and then I'm gonna lift my right and swing my legs to the other side. So do that a few times on your own. Couple more times. Oh, so much easier on the mat versus the carpet. Sheesh, okay. All right. So from here, I'm gonna bring my palms, hands bend at the elbows close to my chest. I'm gonna again lift my right hand side, and I'm gonna glide my left leg under my right leg, and I'm gonna sit into an S-base shape here. So from here, I'm gonna turn my body towards the front bent knee here. My hands will be up, right? So I am gonna engage my abs and my leading leg when I'm doing this this technique. So my abs are tight. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Exhale, go down. And when I come up, I'm gonna engage my abs, but I'm pressing off the ground with my shin and my knee and my foot here. So when I come up, I'm gonna press, use my abs to come up, right? And then I'm gonna switch base. So I'm gonna lean a little bit towards the leading leg and I'm gonna switch, 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 right? So again, from here, I'm gonna turn towards the knee, abs tight, inhale, exhale. Use your legs to press down on the ground as you come up and then switch a little bit faster. Do 5 per side. Okay, once you do that, okay, looks like everybody's done. So I'm in my S shape here. So I'm gonna lean my shoulder on the same side as my leading knee, and I'm gonna tuck my arm on behind me like this, boom, behind me. So I'm gonna come to my shoulders, and I'm gonna roll from this shoulder to the other shoulder, but at the same time, when I land on the other side, my S base will be reversed. So it looks like this. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna tuck my head in while I'm doing this. So I'm gonna come up, push off the ground. So my toes are kind of active on the ground, both of them, right? It's gonna pivot and turn and push off the ground. So I'm gonna roll to one shoulder, go to the other shoulder, and look, my S base is switched to the other side, okay? And then we're gonna do the other side. Come back, roll, tuck your head under your legs, and then roll from one shoulder to the other and come up. So do, that was, do 5 per side on your own. So boom, and arm tucked, come to your shoulder, tuck your head under, and then roll, boom. Good job. Keep going. All right. Looks like everybody's done. Okay, so now I'm gonna come up to my, knees and I'm gonna sit back down, switch, and then come back to my knees and switch a few times. Boom. Boom. Okay, come back to your base. I'm gonna come to my knees, but I'm gonna pivot my back leg. My hand's gonna be on the ground, right? I'm gonna try to have wide knees. And with this, I tend to like kind of have my toes flat here, right? And from here, I'm gonna reverse my hand where my fingers are pointing towards me here, right? And I'm not locking my elbow, I'm softening my elbow a little bit, right? I'm gonna open my elbow here. So from here, let's round our back, and our head goes down. Imagining there's a string in the back holding you up towards the ceiling, right? And then they let go of the string. So go ahead and press your lower back, your hips down to the ground as you look up. And then go back. And then reverse. Just do a few of these on your own. All right, shake out. All right, so let me see, what time is it? Okay, we're gonna do some jiu-jitsu drills, right? So I don't know, some of you guys might know that when it's somebody's birthday, we tend to do burpees. So we're gonna do, today we're gonna do jiu-jitsu drills and burpees, 10 burpees in between, all right? Aren't you guys glad that you joined me today? All right, so
I thought we were supposed to throw you.
the first one is, let's do, we're gonna do a kind of a jiu-jitsu drill that's called knee slide, right? So we're gonna come out with a wide stance. And from here, before we start, let's just warm up the position a little bit. So we're gonna lunge to one side, right? You're gonna lift your toes up and then lunge to the other side. Just do that a few times. All right, so from here, look, I'm gonna come up and it starts in this position. My hands will go onto the ground here. You don't need to have like really wide stance. Actually with this drill, I kind of like to have my legs a little bit closer. So I'm gonna come down to, right, one knee and the other leg is somewhat like not fully extended, right? It's kind of bent a little bit. It's almost like I'm lifting like the back, the side of my sole up, and I'm on the weight of the inside sole here. And both of my hands are on the ground. And I tend to, from here, like my foot is coming off from here. So from here, I'm gonna lift one. I'm gonna go in the direction where the leg is kind of extended. I'm gonna lift that hand and I'm gonna kind of baseball slide. So my knee's gonna go onto the ground and I'm gonna slide and touch my hip to the floor. And then I'm gonna slide back into that position, right? And then I'm gonna switch to the other side. So when the other side's the same, my hand's on the ground, right? And I'm gonna lift the hand and baseball slide. Almost, I wanna imagine like there's a pocket on the side of my hip and I'm touching the pocket, boom, right to the ground. And I'm gonna come back, right? And then I switch and I keep repeating side to side. All right, so this is a time technique, so let's do that. And then when the timer goes off, go ahead and do 10 burpees, right? And today I wanna do hot sauce burpees, right? There's different kinds of burpee, but hot sauce burpees are these. So you're gonna come down and donkey kick your leg, right? You're gonna start out somewhat in a plank. You're gonna donkey kick your leg, come down, and then come up, high knee, and then go back down. So it's like this, and then jump up. So it's really like donkey kick, land, and then jump to your hand, and then high knees. So again, it's full speed. It's donkey kick, land, boom. Right? Oh my God. Why? Okay, let's do the knee slide. Okay, let's go. On your own, so you're gonna lunge to one side, hands on the ground, and then slide, and then go back, lunge the other slide, hand, and then slide. All right, on your own, hot sauce burpees. Just do the best you can. If you can't do that, just do a regular burpees. Walk it out.
Hey Molly, was it 5 or 10 burpees?
10.
Okay.
10. All right. So from here, let's do this. We're going to come to our back, right? We're going to start out with our legs bent here. And from here, we're going to do what we call popcorn shrimp, but then we're going to go all the way to the other side. So what it is when you bring your heels really close to your hips here, and you're going to collapse one leg. So it looks like this, boom. You're going to collapse one leg, and you're going to pivot your toes and lift your hips up really high diagonally, so high. So at one point, you're going to be on your foot and shoulders only, and your head's looking back. So your head is looking back, and from here, you're going to kick your leg over, and you're going to come in this position, right? So again, I'm here, heels close to my butt. I'm going to collapse one leg, right? And I'm going to lift my hip, and I'm going to push with both of my legs. And my head, I need to move my head back. Otherwise, my head's going to kind of block my movement. So I'm going to move my head up back, and I'm going to kick and come to my knees here. When you come to the knees, right, what you want to do is you're going to just thread your arm, boom, and then you're going to roll into your back. So you're on your back, and then you could do maybe the other side, back, and then thread your arms, roll on your shoulder, and come back. All right, so let's do that. Okay. Go ahead. All right, hot sauce burpees. Let's go. All right, do we have that? Okay. The next one, those of you that may not know, you're gonna squat, so break fall. So you're gonna squat down low, shoot your hips back, tuck your chin, roll on your back, slap the floor, right? And from here, you're gonna swing your legs, come up, right, to a technical stand, boom. And from here, you to a technical stand, your hand goes onto the ground and you're gonna sprawl, right? And then you're gonna go back, step your leg, boom, right? So tuck in, boom, sprawl, and then repeat, okay? Let me get the, actually, let's add, I'm gonna make it a little bit longer, but let's add this, okay? So technical stand up, I'm gonna go, boom, here. And from here, you're in this stance. So from here, you're gonna bring this knee, slide, and bring this knee onto the mat, the ground, extend the back leg, and then bring the back leg up, boom, boom, and then technical stand up, knee slide, boom, boom, okay? All right. So this is a combination of 3
Wait,
moves.
Are we doing the sprawl?
We're not doing the sprawl, sorry. Yeah, so again, it's, because I forgot about the hot sauce burpee. I think that's gonna be a little bit too much. So, and then you come up, technical stand, and then just go ahead and knee slide, bring the back leg up, stand up, and then break fall, technical stand, knee slide, boom, boom. Does that make sense? All right. Okay. Okay, so break fall, technical stand, and knee slide. Might want to switch your technical stand up side to side. Boom. All right, hot sauce burpees. All right, get right into it. So look, now we're gonna be on our back. And I'm really lifting my hips off the ground and shifting and moving my hips to one side or shifting to the other side, right? Kind of makes it easier if you could use your elbows and your shoulders to help you. And look, my head is not on the ground. I lift my head off the ground, and I'm kind of on the, as much as possible on the small of my back. So I'm gonna move side to side, right? And in between the drill, I'm gonna say choke, and you're gonna do a lapel choke. So when I say choke, you're gonna cross your legs, right? And you're gonna reach up, sorry. Let me just get there. So you're gonna reach up. I like to pretend like I'm grabbing the lapel. So I'm gonna reach up with my palms. So it looks like this. My palms are facing down to the ground. And I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna grab the lapel or the gi, right? I'm gonna grab, and then I'm gonna pull it to my chest, bending my elbows, right? At the same time on the bottom, I'm gonna come up, my upper body will come up. So it looks like this. So I'm here, look, my palms down. I'm gonna pull, when I'm done, my palm will be up facing the ceiling and my upper body will come up with me. And then I go back. So boom, 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 okay? I'm gonna say choke and I'm gonna give you a number of how many chokes to do, okay? So, okay, so move around, back and forth. All right, 10 chokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, move around. Eight chokes. So, boom, you can bring your knees, right? Pull your knees to your chest while you're doing this too. Make it a little bit harder. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then move. Gauge your abs. Make sure to breathe. Side to side. 6 chokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Side to side. All right. 10 hot sauce burpees. Let's go. Walk it out. Right out of time. Whew.
Nice. Awesome.
Okay.
Birthday burpees from Mollii.
Yeah. Woo. Wow, I see some of you are outside. I'm jealous.
I know. Not me. I'm upstairs and cannot be doing hot sauce burpees in here.
Oh, God, sorry.
That's okay. I just do regular burpees. So let's take a minute, go grab some water, you know, take a break for a second, and then we'll come back and we'll start again. I'm just gonna leave it recording maybe. Well, we'll see. So we're gonna start with this stretch against a wall or your couch or something like that to stretch out the front of, actually let's do this one first. I like this, we've been doing this one. So this is the half kneeling stretch to open up your hips a little bit. So for this one, you grab, your back foot could be posted or it could be flat. Flat's a little more challenging on the balance. You could, I usually post mine because I'm not trying to worry about the balance. So you lift your, if you're mirroring me, you lift your right hand, you turn towards your right, you grab your right shin with your left hand. I'm not gonna hug, I'm actually trying to bring my elbow kind of in line with my other knee. So I'm coming down and hinging like this. And then up. So let's do 4 more together. So 1, try to do it with a lot of control. 2, turn, hinge, come up, turn back. 3, 4, and 5. All right, switch other side. So now you've got your left leg up. Lift your, let's get this part wrong. You lift your left arm, and you're gonna turn to the left, grab your left shin with your right hand, and come down. Again, you're not hugging tight, just dropping your right elbow right in front of your right knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thanks. Cool. And then you're going to put your, so now you're going to grab that spot on the couch or against the wall. You're going to put your shin against it. So you're putting one shin up. You're going to get into another half lunge. And now I'm stretching my quad, and I'm trying to bring my hips forward. So I'm trying not to let like this happen. I'm trying to get my hips, finally you can see because I'm not wearing black pants. It's my black couch. You can tuck you're trying to, you know, tuck your pelvis under here. So if you can't tuck your pelvis under, then you just move your knee forward so that your knee's not bent as much. So let's get in that position. You're trying to open up in front of your leg, keep your hips stacked right over your leg, not coming forward, and then tucking your pelvis. And now you can stay there, but if that's a lot for you, but otherwise you're gonna add in some shadow boxing. So you're trying to keep that hip tuck, thinking about how you'll have that hip tuck when you box. Cool, switch, other side. So first, get into the position. Focus on opening up the front of your leg, your quad, your hip, pressing your hips forward, but not your back, not this, just your butt coming, you know, kind of pushing forward. And your upper body stacked over your leg. And then you can add the boxing. Thinking about keeping your hip tucked. Cool, all right, nice. So now we're gonna do a couple things for reach and arms and abs. Let's do a set of the, I'll use my timer, there. We'll do a set of the punching sit-ups. So these, again, you could, if you need to, you could put your feet under something, but otherwise, I'm going to do a sit-up and I'm gonna twist and punch. So I'm trying to get a lot of height by twisting. So we're gonna do 1 minute of those. And this is the same twist of your waist that you'll use to give power and reach to your punches. Okay, so timer here, just 1 minute. Okay, get set, and go. Okay, just take that out a second. Okay, so then let's do a couple things for arms and shoulders. So the first one is, it's really a shoulder exercise. Let's see where you can see it. So I'm going to have my hands just facing forward. I can put as much weight onto them while I'm doing this as I feel comfortable. So if it's, my wrists are sore, I can be more back. If I feel comfortable, I can be more forward. And then I'm going to turn my pits of my elbows all the way in, but then I'm going to try to turn them all the way out. I'm going to try not to do this to turn them out. I'm going to try to keep my upper shoulders the same place, and I'm trying to get maximal extension through my my shoulder rotating in the socket. So you can just try that. This is really good for your shoulder health, especially with all the typing we're doing, and also for getting rotation on your punches. And now we're going to do this. Let's see if I can, yeah. So we're going to do, there's two variations of this. So we usually do these scapular extensions where we lie on the floor and we just go like that. That's the nice relaxing version. We're going to do the, let's do 30 seconds of the relaxed version, and then we're going to do 30 seconds of the harder version. So the relaxed version is, then we'll start punching and kicking stuff. So, or at least punching and kicking, not punching stuff. So you're gonna be lying on your back, just extending, we did this another time, just in class, just extending your shoulder. So I'm trying not to do this. I'm not using my body, I'm not using momentum, I'm actually using control and just lifting my wrist, my fist a couple inches by extending my shoulder blade. For my fist, you can see it only goes up a little bit, but that reach stretches out your shoulders and adds a few inches of extension to your punches. So do that, we're just gonna do it for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna switch to a weighted version of that. Okay, and let's do 10 more, wait, what's this? Let's do 10 more with double arms at once. So I'll count them. So you hold it up. So 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, so pushing up with your shoulders, down, 5, down, 6, down, you can start to use your pecs too, 7, down, but not your abs and back, 8, abs to stabilize, down, 9, down, 10, down. So now the last part of this is we're gonna do it as a push-up. There won't be a push-up part of the push-up though. It's gonna be, you could do it on your fists, you could do it on your hands. What we're gonna do, you could do it on your knees or as a push-up. And we're just gonna do, it's like doing the bad push-up. People who aren't really doing, you see at the gym going, we're sort of doing that. We're trying to just keep our arms straight and see how much we can lower and retract. See, my hips are sagging a little. My head should be more in alignment, but I was trying to look at you guys. So we're just gonna do 30 seconds of those. So again, on your knees or on your hands, or on your, as a push-up. Set. These are scapular push-ups. So it's straight arms, we're just descending with our shoulder blades. Cool. All right. Now we're gonna get up, stand up, and if I freeze it all, I apologize in advance. My Zoom's been getting tired. So we're gonna work on the push-pull we worked on last time. So this is the idea where if you were with your hands on a surface, they'd be staying in place, but I'd just be going, one's pushing, oh, there's Bonnie. Speaking of drills that Jamal does, this is Jamal's drill. Hi, Bonnie. So this is, you can see my hand's not really moving, but my right hand's pushing forward, my left hand's pulling back, and then vice versa. So it's like I'm trying to, you know, it's just isometric into the floor. So that's what we're gonna do with our feet. So we're going to use our feet and kind of be pushing. So right now I'm pushing forward with my back foot, and now I'm pushing with my front foot. So I'm gonna push myself back and forward without lifting my feet. So when we do that, we're gonna move our upper body with it. So I'm moving forward and back, and I'm pushing out of my feet, but I'm not moving them. And this is to work on our stabilization on the slippery floors or wood floors or slippery carpets that we might be on. And it's also good form to do. It makes you work the proper muscles. So be thinking about your inner legs and glutes and abs to keep you stabilized as you're doing these movements. So we're gonna do the first 1 minute, the first 30 seconds. We're just gonna move back and forth. You're gonna do this in your stance. So I'm left-handed, I have my left foot back, but most people have your right. With your hands up, you can, you don't have to be forward, back, but you can, or you can kind of mix it up. The next 30 seconds, we're gonna add head movement, weaves, slips into that back and forth movement, and then the last 30 seconds, or last minute, we add punches to that. So again, I'm not moving my feet, but I'm just using this to create that. Otherwise, I would really need to pivot my feet to create power. But this is an alternative way to do it that works the right muscles. Just leave my timer on. 2 minutes, not 3 minutes. Okay, get set. So go. So first 30 seconds, we're just moving back and forth like that. Hey, Bonnie. We're doing a Jamal drill. Uh-oh, my thing disappeared. Keep going. It's gonna ring again, but keep going. So we're just going back and forth, without moving our feet, just pushing and pulling, or more pushing, pushing out of one foot, pushing out of the other foot. Kind of keep your hands up, keep your guard tight. Now you can add head movement. I was doing a little head movement. You can add weaves, more slips. All right, in 10 seconds, a little less, we're gonna add punches. So it'll be all of this plus punching in shadow boxing. Try and stay stationary so you can add them in. If you need to periodically pivot a foot for a punch, because your knees are hurting, I pivoted my front foot there. I might pivot my back foot occasionally. But other than that, you're gonna keep your feet static for this, and you're just pushing out of the ground. Last 30 seconds, speed it up. If this is new to you, don't worry about speeding it up. Try to just keep the form. It's fun to punch and zoom because your hands look like blurs. Nice, good. Okay, so let's do a couple more punching drills. Let's do weaving review. No, let's go right into the weaving. So we're gonna do a small variation on this drill we've been doing. So we've been doing 3 punches across the floor, stepping towards your jab side. Jab, jab, jab. And then we've been throwing cross, hook, weave, and then more. But instead of throwing that, we're going to throw, I figured it out. It's so it's gonna be a slightly different ending to that. So it's gonna be jab, 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 cross. Instead of the next punch, we're gonna slip, slip, and then we're gonna weave, weave, and then we're gonna go hook, cross, cross, cross. So it's almost the same, except that now we have a slip cross. So before we just, a slip weave. So before we just had a weave, now we have a slip weave. So it's jab, 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 cross, slip, slip to the backhand, weave under. So it'd be slipping, if you're reverse, it'd be like slipping for you guys, most of you would be slipping a southpaw's cross hook. So I'm slipping and I'm weaving. So one more time, jab, 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 cross. Now I'm gonna slip to my rear side, towards my right for most of you. I'm gonna weave towards my left side, and then I'm gonna throw hook, cross. And then I'm gonna use 2 more crosses to get back to the other side of the floor. Cross, cross. For those, just to review, they look like this. I've thrown 1 cross, and I'm gonna, each cross, I'm using I'm stepping out when I'm loading the cross back up. So we'll do it for 2 minutes. The first minute, I'm gonna call it out. You can feel free to go faster if you want, if you know the combination, or you can follow along with me. And then the second minute, you're gonna do it on your own, trying to pick up the speed. So, set. So it's jab, 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 cross, slip, weave, hook, cross, cross, cross. Jab, 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 cross, slip, weave, hook, cross, cross, cross. Jab, 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 cross, slip, weave, hook, cross, cross, cross. Jab, 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 cross, slip, weave, hook, cross, cross, cross. Jab, 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 cross, slip, weave, hook, cross, cross, cross. Jab, 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 cross, slip, weave, hook, cross, cross, cross. Jab, 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 cross, slip, weave, hook, cross, cross, cross. Jab, 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 cross, slip, weave, hook, cross, cross, cross. One more together. Jab, 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 cross, other again. Jab, cross, slip, weave, hook, cross, cross, cross. Now on your own. Try to pick up the speed if you can. Don't pick up this speed if this is kind of new to you and you're just learning the combination. Feel free to just keep doing it at your own pace. Thanks. So let's switch to some kicking. So let's do 1 set of these kicks. So these are just Kung Fu warm-up kicks. So let's try a different version of them. Let's do, there's so many we can do. Let's just do this version. So normally we do them with our hands out. Let's do, instead, one hand is at your side, one hand is up as your target, and you're just gonna kick that target. Again, so you're hitting it with the top of your foot. You can hold it lower. You're trying not to go. So just only hold it as high as you can go, keeping your back straight. So we'll do 1 minute on each side. Set. Pick your side you want to start on. So I'm here. I'm kicking with opposite foot to opposite hand. For this one, this one is actually a Kung Fu technique, and you can bend your kicking both your knees a little bit if it feels more comfortable for this one. Gotta remember to keep the clock where I can see it. There. All right, switch, other side. It's good to exhale when the kick hits. Ten more seconds. Thanks. Cool. Shake it out, and then let's do. I'm trying to think how we want to do this. Let's do a little. We haven't done it. That was just my trying out the thing. Let's do a little bit of push kicks. We haven't been doing those. Let's do them. We're gonna do lunging push kicks. So you're gonna be doing this across your own floor. So a push kick is, just a stomp kick down the front. Do them as an exercise, and especially since we don't have, a lot of room probably, we're gonna do them as a lunge. So you're gonna lunge and then kick. And when I do that, I'm gonna step down. So sometimes you retract it, sometimes you step it forward, depending what you want it to do. So I'm gonna just try to do it where you can see me. I'm gonna lunge, kick, step down, kick. So I do that till I run out of space. It's okay if you go off the screen. Like I have a hallway I can go down. I won't, I'll stay on the camera. But if you have if you go off the screen, I'm trying to keep nice upright position here and then come up, push my hips through, and then come down on the other side. Lunge, so I'm just lunging forward, throwing push kicks. For those of you who are familiar with this kick, or even if you're not, you can drop the kicking side hand so your guard is tight. Drop. It doesn't really drop, it's like extend would be a better word for it. Swing out. So as I kick with my left, that helps me balance. Swing out the same side hand. But otherwise, you could just keep your guard up. So let's just do, we're gonna do 2 minutes of those. So it's both sides. So you're stepping down on one side and then the other side. So you can, do it till you have to turn around and then turn around. If you want to turn around, you could just, it's not very kickboxerly, but you could just, like a yoga pivot. I'm just gonna like pivot both my feet. That's good, pivot practice. Nice. I think that's more tiring when you're not kicking something. I usually do that with a pad. So you're kicking somebody. So grab a chair. We're gonna do the side kick and head kick practice, or spot on the wall to hold on to. Let's see. So we're gonna do 1 minute each side of just the regular side kick drill. So again, this drill is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you do it on your own count, 1 minute each leg. So grab a chair or a spot on the wall and go. My standing foot, my heel is facing towards the couch, but then it turns towards where I'm kicking and back. So my standing heel is facing towards my kicking foot. After you finish your kick that you're doing, switch other side. Keep going. Nice. All right, so now we're going to add, let's start, reset. Now we're gonna add a punch to it, and we're gonna do the kick more continuously as a real kick. You can do this. You can try it without the chair a little bit too, especially if you're familiar with this. You can start with the chair just because kicking in the air, if you can't move well because of your, it's not, you know, with neighbors or whatever. So I like to set up side kicks, whichever side I'm going towards, with what's like a jab to that side, even if it's my cross side. My kickboxing students know this. So as I do this drill, I'm gonna do jab. This is like a throwaway. This is just to set up the kick. So I'm gonna go jab, kick, jab, kick, jab, kick. So this is just a punch to kind of turn. I'm gonna turn my hips. This is just a fling. If I actually was kicking you in a, you know, I just use it to fling it in your eyes, but it helps you lift the leg to do the kick. So, so we do 1 minute on each side. When you go to the other side, like this is not my jab side, but I'm gonna do a jab there anyway. The people in my kickboxing class know I like to let people circle me there and then do a jab and then that side kick. So it's just a fling out punch. It really helps your side kick. It also distracts the person because you really want the person to do this so you can get them in the solar plexus and not hit their elbows. So we're gonna do 1 minute on each side. So get set. So here we go. Jab. So now I'm just doing the full side kick. If you've never done it as a continuous kick before, just try to like go through all the motions that we just did so you don't have to do it so quickly, but you could just make it more continuous from the drill. If you are a kickboxer and you want to practice it without the chair, or not just kickboxers, a lot of you do traditional martial arts and stuff.
few more on this side. All right, switch, other side. Awesome, cool. Okay, we'll do one more. That's perfect. And then we'll do a little meditation. So we're gonna do the head kick again. So we did this last time. So this is the one I'm not great at explaining. I can kind of do it, but I've never taught it as a drill. Usually it's not necessary to teach it as a drill because we can actually just kick people. But I'm gonna lift my leg kind of like I'm lifting it for the side kick, but my aim, instead of being over there, is gonna be off at a 45 in front of me. So I'm gonna be just pivoting. I'm pivoting my foot the same. My bottom foot's doing the same thing, pivot, but this isn't going quite so high. It could, but I'm gonna kick in front of me. So I'm kicking as though somebody's head right in front of me or off to the side. So we're gonna do one set on each side. You don't have to go that high. Don't hurt yourself doing this. You know, this kick is a long range solar plexus kick. So it's a no matter what, this form is a kick that hits with the top of the foot. So we'll do one each side, like we did before. Yeah, keep the timer working. All right, switch, other side. If this is your non-dominant side, like it is for me, you know, start easy. Cool. All right. So now we're gonna do a few minutes of meditation. So grab a spot where you want to sit, or you could lie down if you prefer. If you have a cushion to sit on, you can set it up with one shin along the floor and the other one. If you don't have a cushion, you might want to sit on your knees so that you can keep your back straight. It's perfectly fine to sit in a chair or lie down like a corpse pose. So we'll do 3 minutes. So we get into position. And then you're going to close your eyes. You can have your hands where you want, but if you have them out towards your knees, you can kind of outwardly expand your chest. And you're going to try to clear your mind and take deep breaths through your nose, in and out through your nose. Just take a few breaths like that. I don't know if you guys can hear that noise outside. And then you're going to keep slowing down your breath and count 5 long inhales and exhales through your nose. And after the 5th one, just letting your attention go and trying to just stay present and not get caught up with any thoughts. So take 3 long breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Open your eyes, and then you can clasp your hands and just stretch back. One direction, keep going, then the other direction. One direction, other direction, just back and forth a few times. You can bring your legs forward, shake out your legs a little bit. All right, that's it. Can everyone unmute themselves?
Thank you. That was so great.
Ready? Okay, we ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I'm not.
Happy birthday, dear Molly. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my gosh, Bonnie, Denise, Jennifer,
Yep.
Sarah.
Party. Oh, someone else. Might have to sing
Oh,
again. Might have to sing one more time.
Oh, Lisa,
The darkest person in here.
Happy birthday. We sing again. One more time. Oh my God, look at that background.
Ooh, Judy. What's that? Oh yeah. You
got
don't
the Tiger
know.
King.
Oh,
Tiger
my
King.
Tiger
King.
Yeah, Tiger King background.
I love it. Oh, am I getting another song or what?
Okay, let's do it. Okay, but we gotta unmute Judy.
Okay.
Okay.
Unmute, Judy. I want to
All
hear
right.
you.
You ready? One more time. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Whoa. Happy birthday, dear Molly.
I'm just playing the recorder.
Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Thank you. Oh, what? Karen, what you got there?
It's a random recorder that's in my house. I was like entertaining my niece with.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Tell her happy
much.
birthday. Before you play happy birthday.
That was awesome.
Sort of.
Oh,
How
nice.
was your birthday, Molly? How was your shelter in place birthday?
What's that?
How was your shelter in place birthday?
It was totally awesome. I got treats, I got toilet paper, I got drawings, I got flowers and balloons. I got a
Face painting.
what?
Face painting.
Face painting. Yeah, we dressed
You got
up.
some kind of crazy burpees.
Yeah. And the two is like literally waiting outside the door. I don't know if you guys could see it, but like
Let him in.
slipping. They've been slipping like treats.
Oh.
You see
Oh
it?
my God.
Coming and they're waiting because we're gonna have a dance party with. Dude, do you guys?
Oh no.
It's like a Disney.
Bro,
It's like a Disney like movie.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Which
every
one?
day. Wait, Karen, your niece doesn't know. Do they know about
Say it again.
zombies? It's like zombies 1 and zombies 2 is like.
Yeah,
a
I don't think
physical-
mine are into that yet.
Oh my God, aren't they like the same kind of age?
They're the same age. I just don't think
Oh.
they haven't been on that one.
Oh,
They've been
dude.
on the Trolls.
Yeah. No, these are like zombies and I don't know, werewolves, but it's like a musical, and it's like every single day they put it on. So, anyways, after this, we're gonna have a dance party, zombie dress up costume. So they're waiting for me. It's really cute.
How's Bonnie doing?
They're cooking dinner for me, so I'm
Oh my God, that's
really good.
amazing.
Yeah.
How's Bonnie off in a safe country? What the
Yeah, Bonnie, how are you?
Amazing time we have.
I'm good. Yeah, it's pretty safe here. We're still scared, but like I'm hearing children outside playing in their schools and or going to restaurants, going to work. I feel so lucky, and I definitely feel you guys like it's a scary time. But, like see the community here. It's amazing.
For people who don't know, Bonnie is me and Molly's really longtime training partner, and she's a co-founder of the kickboxing program at 4 Elements, and the person who brought Jamal there because she was Jamal's student and referred Jamal. So she moved to Taiwan like 2 years ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and was it
But
3
yeah.
years?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But I want to plug, like, if you guys haven't done Jamal's like dance step video, I know that it like for the first 10 minutes, it looks kind of slow, but I think that's a really good drill to do. There's a lot of footwork, so yeah.
You think you could do it inside, like in an apartment?
Yes. Yeah. It's mostly footwork, and you can do it in the very small space. Now, I'm looking forward to doing all your videos too.
Yay! I'm gonna do all the videos too. I haven't had time to do them. Yeah, Bonnie's like in Taiwan. It's all like well managed over there.
Yeah, but the thing is that if you get sick, you're gonna be like whisked away into an isolation ward where the government's gonna take care of you, and they're gonna track down all of your contacts. They're gonna test all of your contacts, and they're gonna quarantine all of your contacts. So basically, that's how it's not spreading right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get sick here, they're gonna tell you don't come here. Just stay at home.
Yeah.
Don't come to the hospital. Don't
Things are going.
don't try to get a test. Yeah.
That's true.
Exactly. Just don't die, but don't come out.
Yeah, if you think you're dying, come in maybe.
Yeah.
And then we'll leave you in a hallway in the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah. We got Kathy and Judy on the front lines over here.
I know.
Yeah. Fucking heroes.
Yep.
I know, yeah. Kathy, are you working in the hospital? It's probably crazy right now.
No, it's not that bad right now. It's just that we do have, the whole ICU is actually full of people, but the rest of the hospital is not. We cleared everything out, so we're waiting for the big, thing to fall. But we do have actually a lot in the ICU right now that are really all persons under investigation, and one definite positive. So yeah, they're really we're burning through so much PPE right now. Because you go in for one time, you even go in a couple times a shift. There's 4 different people have to go in there and use up all this stuff. It's terrible. We're actually running low on gowns and masks. Not so much masks, but the eyewear and stuff like that. Oh my God. I'm so scared. I'm we don't have enough stuff. We're they keep telling us, well, don't use too much. And I'm well, what do you mean don't use too much? We're not trying not to use it, but you got to take care of the patient. It's just bizarre. Most bizarre thing. I mean, constant, everything, the rules change every day. Every day something changes. But for last week it was, do not wear a mask or you'll get fired. And then the next week, seriously, don't wear a mask in the hospital or in the clinic or in the rehab or you get fired or you'll get written up or you'll something. And this week is, you must wear a mask and we'll provide you 1 mask a week. So just keep it clean.
Good Lord.
Oh my God.
I have all kinds of, I've looked up every different way how to clean the masks and how to keep them clean. I have a system in my car that I keep all my clean masks here, my dirty masks here, and I take the dirty ones and I bake them, and it's really just.
Gavin Newsom ordered 200 million masks, so hopefully you'll be getting some soon.
Yeah. We're just trying to preserve them. I'm just afraid they'll run out. So
That happens.
I'm scared. I'm afraid that one day I'm gonna walk to work and there's no more mask, and I'm well, I have a mask in my car. I'm gonna go get it. That's my attitude. I'm gonna get my own mask. That's my, the fear that they're going to run out of something.
Wow, Kathy, that's so crazy. I can't believe it's really loud right now.
It's good to see Sal in there too.
Yes, she jumped in for a little bit, but she's cooking now. But
Oh, yes, I went to cook dinner. Hi.
Good to see
But
you.
Kathy, I was going to say, I can't believe.
Huh?
Sorry, is that Judy? I interrupted.
Not very good. Oh.
He's frozen.
What was that?
Can't hear you, Judy. Sorry. Oh,
We lost her.
okay. Well, not very good.
Can you hear?
Reception is good.
Well, do you have to go to your dance party, Molly?
Yeah.
I
you
can
should
hang out for
probably.
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go eat. Hi, Bonnie.
Adam came on.
Hey.
Thank you,
I want to say hi to Karen.
Very jealous of Taiwan.
Bye, guys.
Adam.
Okay. Later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Did Adam take the whole class?
No, he just came on at the end. I said,
Oh,
we're
I was gonna say, oh my
happy birthday to Molly.
Oh, and what did I pin him?
No. Because I said we're going to sing happy birthday. Oh, I didn't use my class.
Okay. Oh, that is so nice.
Yeah. You just want to say happy birthday.
Yeah.
Judy, are you at work still? Are you coming home from work?
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I just got off. I literally got off right at 6:30, so I'm walking to my car.
Oh my God, how is it? How are you good? How are you doing?
I'm good because I'm in HR now.
Yay,
So
that's good.
I'm in the field 1 day a week, but it's nice to not be in the field right now.
Yeah, glad. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've only transported 2 suspected patients. That's it. None confirmed. Some of my partners have transported confirmed.
Yeah, Bonnie, we're super lucky in the Bay Area because stuff's been like much better than other urban centers.
Yeah, I know. It's not New York, right? Like New York is crazy.
It's really bad.
Like Detroit is really bad now, it seems like.
Where they have shelter in place, it's just better.
Yeah, our shelter, it was because they think it's because our shelter in place started a little earlier than everyone's, but also we're not as, density, not as much population density, and we don't have as many buildings with elevators. People don't take as much public transit. All the things that make our quality of life bad. No, just that one.
I know. Yeah, but it's all gonna pass. And actually, I'm so happy that there are online classes that I can join.
That's because like Kira came one day and she lives in Vermont now, but she logged on and did class. It's cool that like all our moved away people can come train.
Yeah, I feel like 4 Elements should have like long distance learning so that we can all join.
Yeah, now it's going to, I think.
Yeah.
Even just like the recorded classes are so helpful. I was able to work on new stuff. And so, yeah, I love it. I'm taking advantage of it.
That's so cool.
So are there like gyms that are open, Bonnie, where you're at?
I'm not going to a gym right now because I'm just afraid that it's just a chance to get infected.
Yeah.
And so I'm like doing workouts on my own. And so it's really good to have other people join me.
Yeah, that's
on Thursday.
what time is it for you though? What time?
Saturday. Oh, Sunday. I don't know.
Yeah, I looked up the time difference and then I forgot it again.
Oh yeah, it is my morning. And so it's almost 10 a.m. And then this is where I usually like have calls with my clients because this is a time where we're both awake. So yeah, I can join this and that's awesome.
Thank you, Judy.
Bye, Judy. It was good to see you.
Bye.
Hi, Judy.
Yeah, that's cool. You should join us as much as you can.
Yes, and the next one is on Sunday.
Yeah, our time 11.
Okay,
In the middle of the night for you.
Yeah, I know. I probably won't be able to do that one unless I want to work out at 3 a.m.
No, we don't want you to work out at 3 a.m. Get up. I do. You did your karate school. You did it for your karate school. I know you did.
It was 4 a.m.
I only did that. I thought it was 2 a.m. It's 4
Maybe
a.m.
I should try it. Just try.
Thank you,
Anyways.
Sarah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take off. I gotta go.
All
Talk
right.
to you soon. Bye. Bye.
Join the Rugrats.
Oh yeah, have fun. Have a fun dance party. It's so good to see
Thank
you.
you so much. I really appreciate everybody for the song and for joining me in the class. And be safe, be healthy, and I'll see you guys either Sunday or Thursday.